everyone, welcome to Learn and Grow. So today in this video we will be discussing about the super finishing process. So first of all, what is super finishing process? Can anybody answer? Okay, super finishing process is nothing but it is a process wherein which you get a better finish. So let's discuss about what is super finishing. Super finishing process is nothing but it is a process of making the particular material to acquire the best finish. So basically why they do this super finishing process. So if they do super finishing means there is different types of super finishing process are there. First one could be honing, next one is lapping, next one is micro finishing or super finishing, and next one is buffing, and the last one is burnishing. So basically they do is to make that particular material to get the accurate size and also to get a high degree of surface finish. So if you take a nut or bolt, when you buy it from the shop, the finish of the nut will be nice. It will be very glossy. It will be very shiny. When you start to use, it will start to change the color and the rust will form. So many things will happen. So when we buy anything, any new things at the time when we purchase, it would be very nice and it will be very like it will be very nice and it will be like very glossy like that. So that is called the super finishing process. So parts worn out fast due to defects of grinding operations. The defects are chapter mark, helical type scratches, surface cracks, smear metal, etc. are responsible for wearing out the parts. In certain circumstances, high surface quality is required, hence for removing grinding defects to obtain desired surface finish and to improve the geometrical shape. Finishing process are used. It includes honing, lapping and super finishing. So basically when we take any material, the scratches will happen because the scratchy thing is very it's very disturbing. Even when we buy a car, even we buy a new bike and all, if single scratch we get, we will feel very bad, right? We will feel very unhappy because the product should be very nice and it should be very clear so that the looks will be good. So that is the super finishing. So first one is the finishing methods with material removal. That is a one type, and next one is a without material removal. So there's a two types of finishing method. One is by removing the excess metal from the particular material. Next one is the removing the metal without removing the metal, making the surface as a glossy finish surface. So with material removal, generative methods, line machining, honing, super finishing, lapping. So these are the types of process wherein which we will be able to do that with material removal. So when we take a material, a brass or steel plate, something it could be, if the excess material is there and we want to make it in a particular shape, but the shape of the particular material is in a different shape. So if we want to make it in a particular shape, we use this process, super finishing process like honing, super finishing and lapping and all. We do it, and what we will do is we will make the material to be shaped as the requirement, and as well as to make it in a better way to achieve the glossy finish. They use this generative methods. So next one is without the material removal. So in this without the material removal process, what happens is Basically, they do the finishing process without any removal of material. So the excess material will not be taken. The only job is to shine, to make the finish in a better way. So these are the forming methods, I would say. So these could be glazing, blasting, tumbling, or polishing. So polishing and all, everybody knows that car polishing is there, floor polishing is there, so many polishing are there, wherein which only it will be doing what it will do only the work wherein which you will be able to see the process that does the glazing or the finishing process, wherein which it will not remove the excess material, as if we are required only the surface finish. So let us discuss more about it. So what could be the uh, methods that we use? So these are the methods, that is, the first is honing, next one is the lapping, next one is the super finishing, and the next one is the buffing materials and also varnishing. So the parts produced by various machining operations such as I'm sorry, such as turning, drilling, milling, etc., although fairly accurate in size, and they do not carry a very high degree of surface finish. This is the first point. And next one is, in many industrial applications, a very high degree of surface finish is essentially desired. Basically, in all the industries, whatever the work they do, they want it in a better way. So what they will do is, they will try to achieve a very high degree of surface finish in all the materials, so that it will look fantastic, and the customers wants to purchase that item, they will feel very happy, so that they will go ahead and they will buy the products. And next one is, when very close dimensional accuracy is required, in addition to high surface finish, the following operations are performed. The first one is the special grinding operation. So this is a process wherein which we would have studied in the grinding subject, the grinding units. It shows how the grinding operation has been done, and with the help of the grinding, how they grind the excess material out of the material, and with that it is going to be a product. Next is the lapping. So lapping is a technique we will discuss in the later uh, time. So next one is the honing, and the next one is the super finishing. Whereas in some case, primarily requirement is only the high degree of surface finish. So basically it is on the higher side, wherein which only it would require only high degree of surface finish. So the desired surface finish is obtained by polishing, buffing, tumbling, and burnishing. So polishing, everybody knows, basically it polishes the material to a, for example, even if you take a shoe, you get the shoe polish from the source. Basically, why we put the polish on the shoe? To get a glossy finish. So on that basis, this will happen. The next one is the different types of grinding operations. We already have discussed in chapter 4, that is, we already discussed in the grinding process. The important surface finishing operations will now be described in this unit. Okay, typical surface finish operation includes honing, lapping, super finishing or micro finishing, buffing, or burnishing. So these are the steps that we are gonna discuss. They are employed for reasons which can be listed as follow. First one is, why are they doing this surface finish? Anybody can tell? Yes, correct. It is to obtain the better finish. Basically, we need to have a better finish in whatever material it could be. If the better finish is not there, it will be a big problem. So in order to achieve the better finish, we need a better look. So better finish is very important. So the looks, it will also be a important way, where in which the looks also is very very important. So, in order to, the looks also plays a major role. Basically, uh, if the look of the material is not nice, then definitely we will not purchase, because even if we go to buy a smartphone or anything, we will always look the design, the look, the finish, everything we will see. After that only we will go ahead and we will purchase that, otherwise we will not purchase, right? So this is the looks. Next one is the accuracy. The accuracy is very very important. Basically, if even if you take a knife, the accuracy of the knife is very very important, because when you use the knife, the cutting edges should be very very accurate, so that when you go and cut anything, this accurate knife edges will be helpful for the better cutting person. And corrosion proof. Corrosion in the sense, every material, even it could be a steel or iron or anything, this corrosion property is very 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 important, because when we or explore, I mean when we are explore, I mean when we how to say, when we are exposed to something like in a salty, I mean like the content which has sodium or iodine, if salt content is more, obviously what happens, this corrosion, this property comes into play, and because of that it will be very very problematic. And even a knife that you wash with salt water, it makes a big problem, and because of that it is highly uh, the corrosion resistance very very important, so that people can buy accordingly. That's a one more thing. Next one, that reduce the wear and the tear. Wear and the tear is something very very important on mechanical machine, because if the wear and the tear is more, it can worn out the gears and worn out the device, and it will not only worn out the device, it can make big problem to the device, which will be a big big trouble. So we always we have to focus that, and we have to be very very cautious in certain things, that we should really focus on the things that we are ready to do it. Next one is to achieve the micro finish. To achieve the micro finish is nothing but, in order to achieve the better finish, the micro particles, the small areas wherever this finish is required, it has to be finished properly in such a way that every look should be looking nice. Even if you take a small screw, a small minute particle, it should look very fine, so that everybody can admire towards it. That's the thing. So let's discuss about the types of. First one is honing. So, what is a honing process? So basically, this process, historically, honing meant to achieve fine finishing. Basically, this process was used to achieve very 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 fine finish, because a fine finish is very very important, right? So because in order to achieve a fine finish, though no clear definitions exist to distinguish one type of abrasive process, basically honing process happens with the abrasive material. So abrasive, I already discussed in the class. You guys would have seen the abrasive stones. So basically you guys would have seen the abrasive stones, wherein which these abrasive stones are like a stone material, wherein which this will be helpful, so not only for the workpiece, but also for the abrasive stone, because when we start to use the abrasive stones, when it is started to uh, do the process, automatically this abrasive stone will be molded. Not only molded, it will be like into shaped with the good sharpened edges. So this is the workpiece, and wherein which this mandrel is filled with this honing stones, wherein which when this honing machine rotates, this honing process happens. Honing is defined by common practices. In that sense, honing is a specific machining and finishing process. Usually to apply to internal cylindrical surface using small bonded abrasive stones. So basically it is used for the small bonded abrasive stones. So that is the honing process. Next one, we will discuss more about the honing process. So this is the honing. Honing made by boring is obtained to required dimension and finishing by honing. In this process, abrasive stone is used. The dimension to an accuracy of 0.005 mm can be obtained by honing process. Basically, by using this honing process, it is not only meant to do the boring. It is used for boring work, where in which diameter is very very less. But at a lesser dimension also, they can able to do the process. So, using a fixture that rotates and reciprocates, honing is used to correct the geometry and alignment of holes, as well as apply a special surface such as that needed in automobile engines. So basically, this honing process is helpful, wherein which, in order to correct the geometrical alignment of the hole. So when you take a bore, if you take a bike, there is an engine. In that engine, piston, bore, everything is there, right? So in that engine cavity, the piston will be moving up and down. So where in which the piston has a cylindrical shape, and the hole also will have a cylindrical cavity, cylindrical shape. So because of this hole, because of that only, the piston will be moving up and down. So in this case, I would say that by using this process, the hole can be drilled properly in such a way that it can be achieved in a good precision. So as well as the hole is used to apply a special surface such as that needed in automobile engines. That's an example I gave. So that's a drawing. You can just zoom it for you guys. You can see the diagram. This is the honing machine. You can see, guys. So this is honing machine. Okay. Next one is the force per unit area vary from 10 to 100 times less than grinding with wheels, and the abrasive grains remains in contact with the workpiece for considerably longer times. Comparable process includes superfinishing, where small stones and light pressure are applied on both ID and OD portions of cylindrical parts. Honing is an upbraiding process carried out at a low velocity with the help of honing is upbraiding carried out at low velocity with the help of bonded abrasive sticks. Abrasive sticks is nothing but the abrasive stones. Commonly, it is employed for finishing round holes and curved surface. It not only produces high finish but also corrects slight out of roundness, taper and axial distortion in the work. So honing is a wet cutting process wherein which 6 to 8 honing sticks are held together. So if you see the diagram, you could see that is the honing sticks where it is fitted around the brush and held together, and metal is removed by rotating or reciprocating the holder. Honing tool is rotated at a speed of zero point 0.5 to 2.5 meter per second and reciprocates at a speed of 0.2 to 0.5 meter per second. Since the abrasive is not free to embed in the surface, soft metallic hard materials can be harmed because since the surface is embedded, so basically soft metallic hard materials can be harmed. So hard materials, even the materials which is having the hard surface finish, can also be harmed by using this honing process. Honing is performed on machines including drilling, lathe machines. So its honing is also be performed in the drilling and the lathe machines as well as the machine spindle carries the horn tool, and thus a rotatory motion is provided, whereas the reciprocating motion can be imparted manually. Feeding out the honing stone is essentially a manual operation. Horizontal machines are more suitable for honing long parts, such as gun barrels. See, honing with this honing process, even the gun barrels, if you see the shotguns, the guns, I mean the barrel guns and all, it's there now. Barrel is nothing but the bullet comes out from a cavity, right? That cavity, that hollow space is called the barrel. So honing is also used for making the gun barrels. Horizontal gun barrels are used. These machines can also be automatic with a definite size control. So with a definite size control, this honing also can be done. Objectives are achieved by honing. First one is metal can be removed easily. Roundness and straightness is obtained. Accurate dimension is obtained. Basically, accurate dimension can be obtained by using this method. Required surface finish is obtained. So next one is a good surface finish can be obtained by this process. So advantages are several holes may be honed simultaneously. The picture shows several holes, right? With the gang honing machine, we can do multiple holes at a single time. That means several holes can be on simultaneously on multiple spindle machines. This we need a spindle machine alone. We can fit the honing honing device and we can do it. Holes of any diameter or length may be honed. A high degree of accuracy and surface finish can be obtained. A high degree of accuracy and surface finish can be obtained. Basically, a good surface finish we can obtain by using this process. Relatively high productivity as compared to lapping. Relatively high productivity. That means because of the multiple spindle machines, we can hone multiple holes at a single point of time, wherein which the high productivity will be very very useful because of the multiple devices, and all the industries will prefer this instrument because they always required multiple device, they wanted everything in a good way, where in which they have to achieve everything in a faster way, where in which they can consume, they can save the time. That is the main important thing I would say. So that is another case. Next one is a disadvantage. So basically, there are some disadvantages are there when we do the honey. It is the though non-ferrous metals cause glazing or clogging of the voids. Though non-ferrous metals cause glazing, the glazing and clogging of the voids of the abrasive sticks, and thus they are difficult to hone. So the materials that have the glazing and hone, that is something very very difficult, because honing is a device where in which the rough area, the hard areas can be honed with this process, and basically with the help of this honing we can achieve that. Okay, so when it is not happening in that particular way, then it could be creating a big problem. So it is better that they should focus on the glazing part, where in which the glazing is available, then they have to focus on the glazing alone. And if the glazing material is there, it is very difficult, because that could be a non-ferrous material, and which is a difficult one for the honing device to hone the particular material. Okay, next one is the need of honing. Generate size. First of all, to generate the size, honing is very useful. To generate the size, limit the accuracy. The holes up to 50 mm diameter is 0.005 mm. That is to limit the accuracy of the holes. So basically, it can limit the accuracy as well as, and that on the hole between 50 mm and 0.15 mm diameter is 0.01 mm. So you can achieve accurate, wherein which can accurately we can achieve the size. That is one of the good criteria which has been used. So that is one of the that's one of the new point. Next one is to generate roundness and straightness. So basically honing is used for doing the spherical, cylindrical materials, right? So in that case, what is the advantage is to the advantages could be basically one of the most advantageous thing is roundness we can achieve, the straightness we can achieve. Basically, when you do cylindrical, hollow tubes, a hollow pipe, we can get the straightness, because that logginess or the waviness can be neglected when we use this type of honing. To remove metal up to 0.5 mm for primary honing and up to 0.01 mm for secondary or mirror honing. So up to 0.5 mm for primary honing can be achieved, and up to 0.01 mm for secondary or mirror honing can also be achieved by using this honing process to produce any required surface finish. To any required means as we require, we can achieve the surface finish. Okay? And the applications, I just want to say, honing of automobile cylinders. Automobile cylinders something is a big one of the most important applications that is currently available. Honing is also used for repair works. So basically repairing this what do you call the cylinders, pores and all. You can also use this as to repair the works. And thing next one is a honing tool. So what is the honing tool? So it consists of a cylinder or body having 6 abrasive sticks. So basically Now we are seeing about the construction. So, what basically a awning we will have? Okay, because so many people have this doubt. What is the material they're using? How it is happening? Whether they use nylon, whether they use something like cloth. But actually, those doubts are not. It's common only because every time we also have the same doubt. But when we see the theoretical part, when we go search for the things, then we will be able to find it out. And then when we see it, then we can know what is awning. Awning is simple. In which 6 abrasive sticks will be fixed on all the ends, and because of that sticks spaced around its periphery. So it is also spaced around its periphery. That means on the rotation side and side, the sticks are cemented into holders. The sticks are cemented into holders, each of which is joined to radial expander pins entering slots in the body. Entering slots in the body. The sticks are cemented in the holders, each of which is joined to two radial expander pins entering slots in the body. That's the one thing. The holder are held in pair by springs against the cone member. The horn is engaged the spindle of the awning machine through a universal shaft. Horn rotates and reciprocates the whole of workpiece. So basically, the horn rotates and reciprocates. So when this horning machine gets into the boring area, that is a hollow space. So when it gets into that, we all know that the horning machine will rotate. So when it starts to rotate and reciprocates, these abrasive stones where the horning machine has, it will touches the inner surface of the cylinder or the inner surface of the hole. So once the inner surface of the hole is touched on the abrasive, it automatically gives a good surface. So basically it removes the excess material. So the unwanted rough materials whichever is inside the hole, because of this horning machine, that excess unwanted surface finish can be removed and we can achieve a better surface finish. So in modern practice, virtually all awning is done with artificial stones. So basically, in the modern days, in the previous olden days, they used this natural abrasive stones. But nowadays, people are not going for the natural abrasive stone. Instead of going for natural abrasive stones, they go for the artificial abrasive stones. In which, with the artificial abrasive stones, you can get a better result as well as by bonding together various fine artificial abrasives. So basically, these abrasive stones are not just a natural made. It's a man-made, where in which several bonding materials of artificial abrasive is bonded together to achieve that certain abrasive stones. And honing stones sticks usually differ from grinding wheels in that additional materials such as sulfur, resin, or wax can be added to the bonded agent to modify the cutting action. So basically, honing stones usually differ from grinding wheels. So they basically differ from the grinding wheels as well as. So honing stones usually differs from grinding wheels. In that additional materials such as sulfur, resin or wax can be added to the bonded agent. So basically bonding is nothing but the abrasive stones are bonded together, right? Because when you say abrasive stones, multiple particles are being bonded in such a way that to make the abrasive stones. So these abrasive stones are not a easy one, wherein which it has a very fine particulates, wherein which it's clubbed together to mixed to form a abrasive sticks. So that is how the abrasive stones are made. So in this honing process, they use this abrasive material, wherein which because of this we get a high degree of surface finish, and we also get relatively high production. High production is very important in manufacturing industries, right? Because when you see the big manufacturing industries who's making cars, bikes, they use this honing for the surface finishing of the cylinder, which will be very nice. It will be very high. I mean, when you see that, you get the fulfillment in it, when which you can see it how beautifully the machines will be working. Just for the fraction of a second, it will be completely delivering so much of, I mean, cylinders, and that's how it is to be. And how the several holes can be also be made, because it's a multiple spindle machine, right? So if we have the spindle, we can just fit the honing, and because of that honing, we can easily we can do that. Yeah, with the help of that, we will be able to achieve the exact surface finish. Okay, and though it is a non-ferrous metal, of course, glazing, even though it has some disadvantages, but still it is one of the best process, because our disadvantage is only the non-ferrous metals, like the metals which is non-ferrous. Because of that only it's formed the clogging and the glazing, so which avoids the abrasive zone. Voids in the abrasive zone in the sense, if the abrasive zone, as I said, when they start to do this process, when it touches with the inner surface of the cylinder, if the surface is not smooth and fine, then it will go and touches the rough surface, and because of that the abrasive stones will be sharpened more. But if the glazing surface is there, means when the abrasive stones start to work, it will not do the proper work, because the sharpness of the abrasive sticks might worn out because of the glazing surface. So basically, this honing process does work can be done when the surface is rough and which is not looking not nice. With that, you can use it, and because of that, we can also use it for a better purpose. Okay, so I'll just try to show you a video. So I was trying to show a video, but because of the copyrights, I think I cannot show the video. And if I show the video, it will be deleted. So I don't want to waste this content, because it's a nice content. I hope you guys understand this video. And nowadays, just want to talk some few more things, not from the studying. And I will discuss the other topics on next videos. We have lapping, we have varnishing, we have buffing, polishing is also there. We will discuss one by one later on, not a problem. We have so much of time, we can do that. But everybody guys, you have to listen to this. It's very serious thing is that nowadays the corona case is increasing rapidly in India. Every day we can see that we get 7,000, 8,000 cases every day. And to see that it's very hard, because so many of our people are suffering, and so many of the migrant people are suffering. Today you can see it from our campus itself. That's very bad, and some people are really stuck up and they cannot reach to their hometown, they cannot reach to their family. It's also a big problem. So I just want to tell you guys that pray. Only thing we can do is pray, and we should follow the rules and regulations. Government should really implement the rules. They should really focus on how to control this COVID virus, because they tried any all that possible, yes, but still they cannot get rid of it. So I hope you guys you can will be very intelligent, smart enough to understand this and act it in a particular that goes well. So guys, see you guys. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until it's bye from me, Vimal, signing off. Take care. See you. Bye bye.